Oh, so they was just letting people flood to the border. Canada wasn't doing anything about the border. This current administration is not doing anything about the border. And now Trump's stepping in saying, I'm getting ready to oppose tariffs. And now Trudeau and the Mexican president are all like, can we talk for a minute? How are you guys doing? Welcome to the channel. I'm Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Model Renaissance Man. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to view my content. Make sure you follow me on all the platforms above and below. Hitting this like button right here, ladies and gentlemen, is how my content can consistently be recommended to you, and also helps push my channel message out in the YouTube algorithm. If you subscribe to the channel, make sure you have that bell notification turned on, and whenever you press it, there's going to be a little tab that's going to pop up that says all notifications, some notifications, yada yada peanut butter. Make sure you have it set to all notifications. And those of you that have been following me for years, double check to make sure that you still are subscribed to the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, Trump is not even in yet, and all of a sudden moves are being made. Y'all, come on, we can tell. It's like, it's just so funny to me how you know when people are trying to get themselves in line when they know that daddy's home. Yeah, you heard me say daddy's home. Yeah, you heard me clear as day, because me as a father, I already know how it goes whenever my wife is on the phone with me. I'm at work. I'm hearing the background. Blah, 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 blah. She's like, you hear that? Blah, blah, blah. This is your dad on the phone. I'm sitting down, mommy. I'm in my room, mommy. Okay, I'm going to go watch TV. While all of a sudden, there's a change. Oh, because they know who's on that other line. They know what's about to happen. They know that once I get up and work and come home, they know it is on. And I'm not compromising. You know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. Check this out.
I want to get back to this now. President-elect Donald Trump announcing on day one he will impose a 25% tariff on all products out of Mexico and Canada. He says the tariff will remain in effect until the drugs and the migrants stop coming over both borders. Brian Yennis, West Palm Beach, Florida, the follow-up on this now. And Brian, good morning there.
Bill, good morning. Well, when you consider that about 80% of the goods exported from Mexico and Canada come to the United States, you can understand that these proposed tariffs threatened by President-elect Trump could very well have huge ripple effects and impacts on their economies. Last night, Trump posting on Truth Social that he would impose a 25% tariff on all products coming into the United States from Mexico and Canada, and an additional 10% tariff on all products coming in from China on day one of his presidency. Trump posting, this tariff will remain in effect until such time as drugs, in particular fentanyl, and all illegal aliens stop this invasion of our country. He went on to say, representatives of China told me that they would institute their maximum penalty, that of death, for any drug dealers caught doing this, but unfortunately they never followed through, and drugs are pouring into our country, mostly through Mexico, at levels never seen before. Now, these tariffs or taxes could have inflationary effects here in the U.S. They would primarily impact goods like oil, cars, and minerals from Canada, computers, cars, and agriculture from Mexico, machinery, furniture, and toys from China. Now, in response, a Chinese embassy spokesperson said, quote, China-U.S. economic and trade cooperation is mutually beneficial in nature. No one will win a trade war or a tariff war. Now, Trump views tariffs as a negotiating tool. You'll remember in 2019, he threatened Mexico with tariffs before backing down after Mexico agreed to send thousands of National Guard troops to its border with Guatemala to crack down on illegal immigration, and agreed to taking in those asylum seekers. And now, as for the transition back here in West Palm Beach, President-elect Trump yesterday announcing three main roles in the White House: Director of Public Affairs, Legislative Affairs, as well as key posts for public liaison. We are still waiting to hear who his FBI director and NIH director will be.
Bill? Right, beautiful day again down there in West Palm. Thank you, Brian. Nice to see you. Brian Yennis there in Florida.
And former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is here with us. So the president-elect made this statement last night on tariffs around 6:40 p.m. Canada's response was this, that Canada places the highest priority on border security and the integrity of our shared border. We will, of course, continue to discuss these issues with the incoming administration. Apprehensions at the northern border are higher than the prior 17 years at 19,200. Obviously very different from the southern border, but still significant.
This is the benefit of getting President Trump back in. He knows how to do the job. He's not waiting to January 20th. So he's securing our border early. They know they'll have to take this into effect. But what he's doing to China with fentanyl is something even more powerful. Because fentanyl is the #1 killer of Americans between the ages of 18 and 45. But do you ever spend a moment to think about those ages? Those are your most productive years. Those are the years you reproduce, and those are the years of the ages of people who serve in your military. It's a direct attack on one of the strongest age groups that America has, and it all comes from China. So what he's doing is when someone's worried about the economy, they shouldn't be, because he's going to make that age group stronger, safer, and more productive and be able to live their life by shutting down fentanyl.
Might be smart to give him a 55-day runway also. Maybe you get a policy where you hit the ground running. Barack Obama, over 8 years, deported or returned 5.2 million, 5.3 million illegals during his time as president. What was different then?
What was different then, it was a Democratic Party who understood the damage that would be done if you opened up this border. The saddest part about all of this, there was no legislation or no new bill passed that destroyed our border. It was just one president using an executive order. You watched him there defy even the governor, lifting up a fence that the state of Texas put in to let people just come into the state. And you watched 500,000 unaccompanied young children. How many of those children didn't make the trek? And I'll give you this one other statistic. If you go back a year ago in February, in 1 month, we caught more people on the terrorist watch list than we caught in the entire 4 years under President Trump. And you know how difficult it is to get on the terrorist watch list? And think about where these people are coming from. They're not coming from Latin America. And we know what a few handful of people could do to this country that want to do damage to us.
Certainly.
And that is what's so scary.
Look at that. Look at that. Look, all of a sudden, me and the president are going to talk and we're going to work together in a constructive way. And then the way they try to put it out there, like the Mexican president was like, oh, she's firing back saying, you know what happened? Well, if you do this tariff, we're going to do this tariff. No, that's not a warning. She just pretty much saying, senior president, if you do this, it can cause this to happen. Trump's not trying to hear it. He's not trying to hear it, and I hope he don't hear it. Oh, well, jobs can be lost significantly in Mexico, but then in the U.S., you could lose jobs. We don't care. We don't care right now. Get out. I'm sorry. Anyway, the point that I was making about the whole father thing is that when I said, the fact that mom called me and I'm here in the background and the minute she said, it's your dad on the phone and it goes quiet, they know they did something wrong, right? And all of a sudden, I'm sitting down. Oh, Mom, I'm not doing. And when I come home, I don't want to hear nothing. I'm not going to hear, Daddy, well, but after you called, I wasn't doing nothing after that. Mommy didn't have. I don't care. The fact that your mom had to call me, it's about to be on, plain and simple. So right now, all of a sudden, Mr. Trudeau, and I'm not saying, Trudeau, like, Trudeau and Miss Mexico president, all of a sudden, we want to talk. There's senior president. Hey, listen to me. There's no more caravans going to the border anymore. Now you don't want to send them because I'm coming. Now you don't want to send them. 25% tariff. You're getting a tariff. You get a tariff. You're all getting tariffs. China tariff. Mexico tariff. Canada tariff. Oh, Mr. President, can we talk? Mr. President, can we talk about? Yeah, they say about. Some of y'all don't even gonna get that. And then Miss Senior President, yeah. Now you want to talk. Now you want to negotiate. Now you want to do something about it. Yeah, because you know what? Daddy's home. Authority's home. Law and order is about to be home, and they don't like that. And some of you Americans here right now that are so-called patriotic, and you want to try to defend this, we shouldn't do this. It's gonna call. Y'all can get out too. I'm just telling y'all can just get out. That's what I do when I come. See, when my sons used to have friends over here. There's no arguing with you in my house. I go there. Oh, Mr. Smith, can we? No. Well, why? Go home. Well, no, don't say it. Boy, bye. Get a knock on my door. Hi, Ty. How's it going? Oh, it's going good. How you doing, Mr. Johnson? I'm doing good, sir. So, Bobby tells me that you made him go home. Yeah. Can I ask why? I told him he couldn't do something, and he questioned it. Well, he didn't mean, I don't care what he meant by he was in my house and he questioned me and my authority. And I told him bye. And guess what? Should little Bobby want to come over to my house, he better know what he's going to be expecting every single time. Don't question me on anything that I say in my kingdom. Now, what goes on in your house, that's up to y'all. But in my house, you don't question me. When I say something, that's it. And then when you question me, I tell you, no, this is how it's going to go. If you keep on, but I don't think that you should. I don't argue with no kids. I don't argue with nobody what's going on in my kingdom, how my house is run. Get out. Bobby don't have to come over here no more. Now, my sons can go down there and play at your house in your kingdom, and I guarantee it's going to be well respected and all that. You're not going to have to run into that problem of them questioning anything that you ask and tell them to do, sir. But as far as my house goes, your son is not going to be doing it. So I ask that you might want to teach him a valuable lesson. Okay, so Bobby, when you go over to Ty's house, you do what Ty says, okay? Well, guess what? You can at your own house. Don't come over here no more. It's easy. Let me know what y'all think by putting it in the comments below after this video. And don't forget to do what you guys see in that cloud right there, ladies and gentlemen. The next video that I'm going to be doing in order is going to be up here. Things that I do as a variety will be here. I am Ty Smith, model Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.